People buy from people now. They don't really buy from brands anymore. And I thought that when I created the Fresh details, oh, that sounds so cool. But at the end of the day, they don't buy from Fresh anymore. They buy from James. They buy from me.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Born to Tint podcast with the Miller Brothers. I'm Ricky. I'm glad to be here with my big brother, Josh. What's going on, everyone? Today we had James O with Fresh Detail LV on, specializing in detailing, coatings, window tinting. Just opened his first brick and mortar 3 months ago. Real fun conversation. Check it out. I would like to hope to think so.
Do you own the building?
Yeah, so we've gotten lucky enough to where we started off in this center in 92. We were in the back warehouses. So my dad opened the first store, or opened the location out here. And then from there, we moved to the corner, 107. And then we leased that one. We leased 101. And then 106 was a carpet store.
Yeah.
That was individually owned. Because when they originally built this center, it was built for business front and condos. Mm-hmm. They sold like 4 or 5 of them and realized that they weren't going to recoup their money by selling them that way. So then they just turned it into, all right, we're just going to lease. Okay. So there's a majority owner, and then there are minority owners. Yeah. So we bought 106, and as soon as we bought 106, the previous owner already knew that we're not going nowhere. We're never going to sell it to you. Why don't you sell some of this building to us to alleviate the pressure? So we bought 107, and then our last purchase was 104 and 105, and then we also bought the dirt lot in the building behind us at the same time. And we almost bought the rest of the center, but then COVID happened and the world shut down, and we were like, we'll see how things go. Yeah. And it's kind of got held up there. But I think the ambition will be eventually just to continue to buy the rest of this building out, to have ownership of this building, own the all the land behind us, and own all that. So we got really lucky on that aspect that we were able to, that my dad stuck to that. And as soon as that one bay went up for sale, he pulled the trigger and bought it instantly.
Yeah. That's how you do it, man. I'm leasing.
And
it
hurts. Most businesses are, man.
You know what I mean? It's like, it really hurts. So.
Well, what cross streets are you on again?
I'm on Flamingo and Arville behind the Palms.
The Palms, all right. I know exactly where that's at.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how big's your bay?
The shop is 3,500 square feet, and then we have a backyard, which is about another 1,000. So a total like 4,500.
Big space.
And then the office isn't that big. It's maybe like 250.
As big as it needs to be.
I have like 2 chairs. I try not to have people like wait around. The only time they do is if it is for tint.
Yep.
A couple hours, but everyone else, it's usually a drop off. So
we kind of navigated towards that. If anything, during COVID, it opened up for that, to where we opened up an online store to pay everything and do everything online, to where it was as seamless as possible. Literally, you walk in, toss the keys at us, pick a shade out, and then get out, because that's how we were able to operate. And then during that, we ended up, our lobbyway was bigger. We closed off a wall, and we kind of made it to where it's like, we see 5 chairs. Like if someone happens to stay, okay. But I want it to be inviting enough to where, look, this is nice. But then also, I'm not going to wait here. I'm going to leave and call me when it's done. Yeah. Perfect.
I'll let Turn the heat up. You don't want to sit in here, man. I haven't done that. It's too hot in here, brother. Just go.
Why do you guys have heaters in every corner? It sometimes gets chilly up here, so they can keep it nice and warm.
It's 115 outside. That's how you do it.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. I didn't get any ideas now.
Well, how big is your organization? I mean, you guys got all these bays, you got staff. I'm starting out. Shop is new to me. I've been mobile for the last 2.5 years. I've been in our shop since March.
Nice.
So I'm still figuring everything out, man. It's
so are we, man.
I love it though.
As I said,
I'm addicted to it, man. I love the problems, solving the problems, and then trying to create a system so it doesn't happen again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it. That's the name of the game right there.
It's weird. You got to be kind of like messed up in the head to be like to enjoy it.
I saw your one post saying that I don't want to work. I don't want to work a 9 to 5. So like pretty much I'm on my own business. So it says I work Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It's like yeah. You just you're not working every day, no matter
every
what.
day, every night. Yep. First one in, last one out.
Yep.
But
no, we've grown. We started off obviously a small mom and pop, whereas like my parents, we had like a flat glass installer or 2 auto installers. My mom would run the front.
Before that, it was just Pops.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But like when we had the offices up here,
Yeah.
it was like two auto installers, one flat glass, maybe a second flat glass assistant, maybe a second flat glass installer.
And back then, everybody kind of did everything too.
Yeah.
Sometimes everybody would go on flat glass if it was needed.
Yeah. Now we're at the point where we have, let's see what it'd be, 3 technical divisions. We have our front admin team, and then we have our auto department, flat glass department.
Nice.
Now, between both those departments, they will handle flat glass, obviously handles all the commercial graphics and stuff like that. And then the auto department, obviously PPF, auto wraps if we're doing a commercial wrap on a vehicle.
Yeah.
Anything like that. So we have 4 in auto, 3 right now in flat. And then the sales team, we got 4 salespeople and then 2 admins up front.
That's how you do it.
I
love the whole thing where your pop started it, and you guys are, taking the reins and running everything. That's what I want to do for my family. You know what I mean? That's why I'm putting all this work in. It has to mean something at the end of the day, right?
Absolutely. That was my dad's big drive. That was, I would say, his dream as he grew the shop, is he always envisioned all 3 of us running the company together.
Yeah.
I would say mid 2000s, like 2010, 11, like there was no chance that we would ever foreseen this happening. And it's not so much that, like, my sister, she just never really wanted anything to do with the company because she got pigeonholed into, like, you work in the front. My dad will say that she never asked to tint. She denies that. But, it's neither here nor there. But she ended up going off. She went to college, marketing and hospitality at UNLV. And then she went and worked for a couple of big corporations. And then as soon as she had her first kid, she told the job she was at, like, hey, I want come in like 3 days a week. I'll work from home the other days. Like, 'cause she could have got her work done at home. They first said yes. And then I think the department got wind of it. And then people just bitched about it. And then they're like, yeah, we can't do that. You have to be here at all or you're gone. She's like, well, I'll finish this trade show and I'm out. But, and she went to my parents. She said, do you think that, think the boys would, I want to do part-time with the company. And like, I loved it because I needed someone to do budgeting, like all the background stuff, the stuff that I don't want to deal with. Because
HR.
All the fun things.
Yeah.
I know I can trust her. So it's like, it was an instant yes. Like even for him, like he started off in the company, then he went and joined the Army. Served for 6 years, and then we opened up like a sister company in Texas for a little bit, and then it was just like, then he was going to come back here. It was the same thing. My parents came and talked to me, and I was like, yeah, absolutely. Like I'm getting a duplicate of myself when it comes to getting a task done. Like I know I can ask him to get it done, tell him what needs to be done, and then I can walk away from it, and I know that it's going to be done. I don't have to worry about it no more, which is hard to find. I mean, it's all definitely within the culture you create, and then the SOPs and the systems you put in place, and that's definitely something we are learning now. We've been implementing. It's like I wish I was a little bit more organized.
Same.
5-6 years ago, and while we were starting to grow, and now where we're at now, it's just kind of one of those things. I stopped trying to perfect, just implement and alter as you go. Yeah, there is no such thing as perfect.
There's no such thing as perfect. No. You're always learning. You're always implementing.
Yeah.
I use my customers as my resource for learning business. Yeah. I'll take a millionaire. He's a dentist, for example, $3 million a year. I want to know what he's doing.
Yep.
And try to figure out how I can implement that into what I'm doing.
100%.
And that's exactly what this forum is what I've come to love about doing this is, if I get to talk to anyone within the industry, usually pretty easy to have a conversation. Either going to be talking about materials, projects that you've had to overcome or problems and stuff like that. If anyone that's out of our industry that we bring in here, that's my curiosity. Yeah. Is all right, within your company, how do you do this, this, and this? Or they'll say how they're running their operations in a certain way. And it's just like, okay, I'm going to try that. I like that idea. That's a great idea. Yeah. And it's like, it doesn't matter what your industry is. Business is business, operations is operations. You have a job, it's got to get done. What you do in between there and what systems you set up can technically bleed into any industry. Yeah. It's as long as you're being open-minded about it.
So my thing is, a lot of people create systems, but they don't have a place to put them down. Yep. Because the system isn't good unless the rest of your team knows about it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my drawback is I'm looking at platforms where I can just keep it in and everyone has access where they can see the system for themselves. But right now, where we're currently at, it's all word of mouth. All right, this is what we're going to do from this point on.
Yep.
Type of thing. But I need to get better at having it written down, because at the end of the day, I want to sell it, either want to hand it down or franchise it.
Yep.
Right. So everything has to be turnkey.
Yep.
They buy the name, and they can run the business for themselves, but everything has to be documented. And that's kind of where I want to step my game up.
That's the same thing. It's one of those things like by the time you get a business to where it is in profitability, it's like, all right, you've done all the hard work, but at the same time, I still want my business to be at a point to where if someone were to make an insane offer, I know that it's okay. I'll entertain this, and it's also having those systems in place to where they know it can operate without you. I mean, I think that was the biggest drive to make sure that we started doing all that stuff. Was like, I've seen my dad growing up, like he was the guy, and he, unfortunately, his one little default was he micromanaged like crazy. But in my eyes, he has PTSD just from business in general, and also either employees coming and going or being burned by certain customers, burned by certain people, to where it's like he kind of just stayed in his little bubble. And I don't blame him for it, but I look at it, it's like at any time though, you could, if you took like a long stint of stepping away from the company, you're coming back to either like it ran pretty good or it's absolutely on fire and you got to put all these fires out. And then it's like, all right, how much money was lost? To where I want to the point where it's like any person within the company right now, if you're going to take a long like vacation or stint off, like including myself, like I want to make sure everything is in place to where it's as if you just do your job, we'll be fine. Yeah. And if something really bad goes wrong, then yes, obviously, you have my phone number for the most part. Like now I can go on vacation. Like I'll disappear. Like I'll go back east to see family. I'll be gone for like 8 or 9 days. And I might get a phone call or two, or I might just check in just to see how everything's going. But it's like, I know I don't have to. And I come back and there might be a few things that need to get settled or handled, but it's like us letting a customer know like, hey, he's out of town. He'll be back on this date. He'll contact you at this time. It's okay, cool. Appreciate it. And it operates smooth now to where it's like, I can step away and it doesn't rely on one person, or any one person can step away from the company. And it's like, there's not going to be a huge hit to the company.
Have you ever heard what's your bus factor?
I haven't heard that.
So we used to have a bus factor of 1. If our dad got hit by a bus, we were screwed. Yeah. It's like you want to increase the number of people that have to get hit by a bus and the business doesn't go bust. Yeah. I don't even remember where I heard it from, but.
Well, that's a cool analogy. Yeah. I'm going to use that.
I don't know who I stole it from.
If I get hit, we're screwed.
That was like, increase your bus factor.
Oh, that makes sense.
At first I was like, bus factor? I was like, man, I gotta go to the
gym. All right, so did you start with detailing to begin with, and then it's expanded from there?
Yeah, man. So 3 years ago, I was working at Amazon. Couldn't afford much, right? With Amazon salary, I was a driver for a year. And I was just looking for a way to make some money. So I was asking coworkers, hey, man, can I wash your car? Can I wash your car? Went to the owners, because in Amazon, all the delivery drivers, there's other companies that own the deliveries, right? So I went to each one, left them a little flyer, said, hey, we'll wash your car, all the vans, $40 each. And one person took it. They're like, all right. I was like, cool. How many you have? She's like, you can start with 35. I was like, shoot, I'm by myself. But I did it, right? And I did it overnight because I have to deliver by the morning. So I got off my shift, did the job all the way up until the next morning, and then went to work. But long story short, after I got the paycheck, I was like, dude, it takes me like 60 hours to make this money that I just made in one night. I was like, hey, man. So I talked to the owner that I was working for. I was like, hey, man, I'd like to put in my 2 weeks. And then I was just doing Amazon, getting more business. And that's just kind of how it grew. It wasn't something that I was like, I'm going to be a professional detailer. It was something that I grew to love, but it didn't start that way. It was a means for me to try to help provide for my family. And now I'm addicted, man. not just the detailing aspect. The detailing aspect is how we get our foot in the door. For me, it's contact. I want people to come into the door. I don't care if you're coming in for $50. I'll sell you $2,000 later.
Yeah.
You know, I need the name, phone number, and email though. And then we'll start these conversations later, but you know, we'll take care of everybody. I know there's a lot of guys in the industry where I only do high ticket. I'm only taking care of the super high successful. It's common in my, detailing in general. It's a lot of people want to go for that super high end niche, but the average person, the lower income person, there's money to be made there too. And they need to be taken care of too, right? And people's financial situations change along the way. So say you take care of them a year ago, weren't in the best financial situation, but because you took care of them and you did a good job, now they're at that 6-figure position. Now they can spend even more money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? So
I really like that. That's advice I hear a lot from because we're constantly trying to learn and grow. And the idea that like you just had an idea and rather than like sitting and thinking about it for months on end, like you went and sold it and bam, landed it. And like, all right, now I'll execute on it. Now let's build from there. Yeah. Like that's the way to do it, man. Like, that's like the perfect way to start, honestly. Yeah. Like rather than spending too much time thinking about it, just get out there and execute.
Yeah, you got to be an action taker, right?
Yeah.
Jump in the water, you'll figure out how cold it is.
Yeah, the best plan in the world.
Get used to it.
Yeah, the best plan in the world doesn't matter if you don't take action.
Yeah.
Yeah, the action part's the part that I think most people are missing.
A lot of people. Yeah. And I'm sure you guys have friends and family that say, hey, I hate my job, or hey, I want to start this business. But then there's no action. So
that's the biggest thing. I've had the problem with that, just in the fact of trying to perfect something too much than to action it. And it's like I've gotten to the point of realizing it's like get it to where I think it should be, sure, but then just we're gonna roll with it. And then when something goes wrong, let me know, and we're going to tweak it, alter it. Yeah. We'll readdress the SOPs, and then that's how we'll do it. And if you have a better idea, and if you're operating within that system, and you're like, this is wasting my time here, here, and here, I can do these things. Tell me. Yeah, because I'm not the one who's actioning it constantly. You guys are the ones who are in the trenches using it to where, like, we just implemented. We used TintWiz as it was our first CRM that we brought on to actually start organizing and scaling.
Second, technically. What? Second, technically.
Yeah, that first one wasn't for actually. Yeah, I'm not going to mention that one.
Yeah.
But all right, for our first real one that actually was usable for everybody, to put it that way, and it allowed us to actually help with the communication from front to back, and that helped us scale quickly. And then from there, now we still use TintWiz on our operations side, but we just added GoHighLevel to pretty much accompany TintWiz before all the sales, because we got to a point where we were getting 200 to 220 leads a week. If you don't have an actual system in place to keep that organized, like, not everyone's going to answer their phone. So how many times you've reached out to them? What did you talk to them about? Like, what are they, and actually be able to organize all that. And then also have the automated text messages to go out, like to where if you can't get a hold of that person, they're going to get a text or an email every week.
Yeah, you have a nurture system.
Yep. Slowly, just in every once in a while, we'll see one of those pop over, and it's like, here you go, that paid off. Like, we already paid for that lead, we might as well just keep it going. Yeah. Until we have something, and then like even if now we have an entire column of like, all right, these people have all done work with us. Like, do we want to do a special promo for people that have completed work for us? Yeah. Now we can send out that promo just to them. It's a mass text all of a sudden, like just random sell or do random whatever that we want to do. And now that has improved our communication on our sales side. Still getting it dialed in, but like, again, nothing's perfect. As we implement one thing, we're like, all right, that works good. And it's like, hold on, guys, let's tweak this over here. Yeah. So now we're at a point, it's like I had to get like a technical part-time IT guy, because like just even working within the program itself, it's like, all right, I could teach myself how to do this, but like really how much of that it's useful for me to understand how it works, but how much time I have to devote to actually do it correctly. It's like, let's just hire someone or bring someone on or use someone within our team that actually knows how to use this stuff, to where I can just be like, hey, this is going wrong. What happened? Look into this, please. And like within like 5 minutes, found it, fixed. I'm like, thank you.
Yeah. I mean, as an owner, your time is valuable, right? So it's all about leverage too. Yeah. How do you guys find your employees though? Like, Do you guys use Indeed? Is that something that you guys do?
That's something we're still growing and getting better at. Over the years, it's been a lot of referrals and just finding people. Big one for me in the past. I mean, like our flat glass manager right now, someone I met through jiu-jitsu. And then that was just like, oh yeah, like these are actually like great people to hire. Yeah. And now I've kind of gotten in the mindset of like, hey, anybody that's like an athlete, it's probably a good person. That if they put time and dedication into anything, you know, like we just had someone on as the owner of the local running company, and like in my mind, all the local high school, college level athletes out there, like, hey, you're interested in learning a trade, like, hit us up.
So you teach a lot of guys from the ground up.
Yeah, we kind of skew towards that. Our door's always open to someone who has experience. And
like we just hired someone that has experience, so we're not opposed to it. But we've definitely had a lot of success just training from the ground up, starting with values, ethics, how coachable are you? Are you going to show up on time? Like those things matter way more than how skilled you are at tinting. We can teach you how to tint.
Oh, for sure.
I agree. I just want someone who's hungry, someone who has a good attitude, understands time management, show up on time.
Big thing. Yeah,
show up on time, and they want to grow and they want to make money. Like I can teach anyone how to tint. Yeah, like anyone can learn how to tint. Tinting's not hard. It's just something that you have to do repetitively to get the understanding of doing it. But if you're willing to learn, I can absolutely teach you how to tint, and then you can take that trade wherever you want. Yeah. So as long as you have those attributes, I don't care like how well you've been trained or if you've been tinting for this long, that long, whatever. As long as you got those 3 traits, that's all I'm looking for. Like cherry on top is you like no, I've been tinting for this long, and then I see you install and I see what the work looks like, because I don't care how you get from point A to point B, how you do your install, because there definitely are shops out there. I've talked to some guys recently that I've interviewed, and then like one of the questions was, do the guys have to install a certain way? I'm like, no, I don't care how you get the job done, unless it crosses a couple lines of things of like
car care.
Yeah, well, yeah, like covering the dash when you're tinting the windshield. Like that is you're doing that no matter what. If you tell me you're not going to do that, I mean, if you want to take that risk, I can tell you this right now: if something breaks, you're paying for it. Yeah, and let alone I'm not even going to technically, I probably wouldn't even allow someone to do that, because it's just I want the customer is all of a sudden coming back to see their car and you don't have the dash covered and there's water on it, or we're creating content, like these are the steps we take no matter what, because it's protecting the car. Like, and it doesn't take you any extra time to do that at all. Yeah. But how you shrink your window, install your window, bottom load 2-stage, I don't care. The only time I'm going to say something is if you keep having the repetitive mistake of something keeps going wrong and you're getting contamination or a crease in a certain area, like then I'm going to step in and go like, hey, this is what this is, like in my eyes, this is causing this. Try doing it this way. And I'm not saying you have to do it this way. I'm saying just try it so you can see it from a different aspect, or try it, feel it from a different aspect. And then that's probably going to influence however you install, because everyone has their different signature of how they install. No 2 installers are the same.
Yeah. One of our fun little things that we've done for a while now is if we do schedule an interview, and a lot of times it'll be probably a couple, and one of them will probably be working if they have experience. So but we'll have them come in at like 6 a.m. And that saved us a ton of time, because I don't even know how many times we've scheduled interviews and we're here and the person doesn't show up by 6, and it's like, all right, well, we're done with this one. Yeah. Like show up at 6:05 and we can just call it a day, because it's not.
Show up at 6:01. Yeah. If you're late to an interview where you're trying, like everyone's trying to get the job, and like I'm telling you, like I want you here at 6 a.m., like it's stands out to me if I'm here and then you're here 10 minutes early, like that to me, I'm like, hell yeah, that's awesome. Like they're already thinking like, nope, I'm not, like I'm making sure I'm here. But as long as you're here before the time, like I'm good. But as soon as you show up past that time, I let it slide, I think twice. And then both those guys were out of the company within a couple months. And it's like, all right, I was given the sign that I shouldn't even let them in. And I was like, I'm going to give them a chance. They're a cool guy. And then it just ended up not working out. It's like, I should have just known better.
So you're using time as an indicator.
Yep. That's the first test.
It's a good indicator.
Yeah. First test. If you fail that test, like I'm not trying to say how you drive out here for no reason, but your first test was, can you show up on time? Yeah. You can't do that. Like I'm good. I'm sorry. Like
in the event that there was traffic,
you should have called.
And they do call?
As if
it's cool, right?
As long as they're giving me an actual, if they actually reach out either via email, text, or because they have our number to get a hold of us, they can leave a message somewhere. If I have a message somewhere to where it's like, hey, dude, like, I'm stuck in traffic. I'm 20 minutes out, 30 minutes out. There's an accident or what. As long as you let me know. Now, if you're telling me that as you're walking through the door at 6:05,
that's a no. Turn around. Get out of here, bro.
Good. Yeah. It's like, no, thank you. I'm good. So, but no, that's definitely something where we implemented that. We heard that from someone like, do your interviews stupid early in the morning. Yeah. If they show up, there you go. It's a good starting point. If they don't,
I'm taking that from y'all.
Well, and then other thing too is we have them, which it depends on technically the person I'm talking to, but sometimes I'll give them forewarning. Lately, I've been trying to put people on the spot, but there's kind of two ways you can look at it. You tell them bring me 3 questions, and it's then you get another tell. If they come to you and they actually have questions like typed out, it means they really thought about it, so they're definitely rated a lot higher. They haven't written out, they still wrote it out, but if they're going off the top of their head and they're like, well, it's like, well, you didn't give any thought to this at all. I'm not saying that I'm not going to hire you because of it, but I'm also getting I'm getting a character trait from you right now. Like, technically I gave you some homework and you didn't do it. Yep. So it's
we learned that from Andy, huh? Yeah.
But yeah, it's just test and iterate. It's the last 2 guys I interviewed. I wanted to see what they answered, what the questions were going to be on the spot. Yeah. So I waited for the day of the interview and then I asked them, and then we just had a conversation.
There you go. I love it.
Yeah, it's typically what are bring us the 3 most important questions you have for us.
Yeah, and it could pertain to anything. Yeah, whatever you want. I don't care. You could.
Yeah, the point is that you do it.
And then also what are those things? Once if they do come and they have them, is pay the most important thing? Is time? What are those things that they prioritize? None of those are, whatever it is, doesn't necessarily is not good or bad. Mm-hmm. But then that helps us be a better leader if they do end up getting the job, to know what they're prioritizing.
Yeah. No, it's worked out. I mean, that the most success we've seen, the most success we've seen is from the guys that we've done from the ground up. Mm-hmm. Tinters by nature are stubborn, know-it-alls. Yeah. I mean, me myself included. I'm not trying to single anyone out. Yeah. So it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. And it could be as simple as using a new tool like a film handler, getting pushback. Well, I can cut out a box this fast. And it's like, I understand you can, but I can't pass that along to the new trainee. Yeah. It's going to take him 10 years to get to the point where he can cut out of a box efficiently and not waste my film.
Yeah. You need to simplify it, right?
Yeah. Or we can just put it on this machine that literally will give us the exact measurement we want. It gets cut with a perfect edge, and that's going to speed the install up for the team. Yeah. So it's not so much can you do it, it's like failure.
It's on Do Not Disturb. Somebody wants to call me twice in a row.
This is my third podcast. I turned mine off. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's on Do Not Disturb.
I guess you were going to be disturbed. But, damn, I forgot what it was. Good job, Josh.
Film handler.
No, the film handler itself, like you're going to, and also beyond the fact of how much money that machine can save you. Yeah. Is I'm not wasting material. That extra ½ inch on that one pattern doesn't seem like a lot to you right now, but do that times 365. Yeah. Or however many days we're actually open, because I know we're closed on Sundays. But like that all adds up. You lay 80,000 to 100,000 square feet in a year. That extra ½ inch to an inch. That is hilarious.
Just turn it off. I mean, I could, but who's calling me this many times in a row?
Must emergency or spam, one or the other.
Probably spam. I'm getting spam like crazy.
I get spammed like crazy.
But yeah, but no, a lot of the old school. I mean, because I used to be in the same boat. I used to hate that thing, and then after getting to use it, it's just one of those things. You got to look at it. It's a new tool. Yeah. Any new tool you get or new thing you add, you're green to it. You're not fast with it until you get the repetitions down on it. Then you can get more efficient with it, and then you get to use the benefit of it, and then that's going to improve the business. Because like now, all of our jobs for flat glass, we used to bring boxes into the house, verify the measurements, because my dad sometimes would be a little off with his measurements here or there, or maybe miscount a window here and there. Yeah. So pre-cutting everything at the shop was kind of a gamble. So we would, just bring everything in, one guy would spend like an hour and a half cutting up an entire job. Yeah. Everything gets cut up right now. Like my crew right now is cutting up their jobs for tomorrow. And everything is, I know the sizes are on point. We know everything. I mean, every once in a while, something might get a little off, but mistakes are going to happen. I'm not worried about it. But now when my guys go to that house or go to that commercial building, as soon as they walk in, they're setting up their pads and they're tinting right then, not cutting up a job. Or there's one guy who has to cut up the job, or the other two start, and that becomes an issue. Well, like I cut the last job up, you guys are already tinting windows, you get square foot, and this problems can arise. So the more efficient we can make it, and do the same thing for our auto. My auto manager, he's the one who's in charge of pulling cars around, pulling them in, cutting the cars up, and then dispersing the work amongst the installers. Like, all right, guys, this one needs to be done within 3 hours. That one's, it's here all day, so don't touch that one unless we don't have anything else going on. And this is how I want you to filter through all the cars just to make the team run more efficiently. Yeah. So you can get more in. And then also it's working together on a project usually makes a project go faster than one guy just soloing the project. Yeah. Just having that person next to you. Like my brother, I'll take advantage while he's not here. He's not the fastest installer in the world when he was installing. But when I will point out though, when me and him would install together, it's like all of a sudden he's got this new gear because he sees me and he's more likely moving more towards my pace. And it's just like, it's just having that key visual with you, like seeing how that's moving. It just, everyone works faster together because you don't feel like you're shouldering the entire load. Yeah. So, it's been little lessons learned along the way. It's just being able to put your ego in check. Oh, for sure. And realize that just take it as, all right, it's a learning lesson. Something goes wrong. All right. It sucked. It might cost us a little money here or there, but as long as we learn and grow from it, it's not wasted money. Yeah. Yeah. So when did you add, cause you said, auto tint, when did you start adding tint to the equation?
2 months ago. Nice. I don't actually install auto tint. I do everything else, PPF, ceramics, polishings, all that, but I didn't know how to tint, but I always had people ask me for tint. So I was like, all right. So one of my guys, Jay, he was a tinter, and then now I have him as a subcontractor. So he does all the tint for us. And it's been good. For me, it's more of that's another reason for them to get their foot in the door so I can get them on other things that I can do. So
that's funny. We're technically we're doing the same thing. I have a guy who he does majority of my PPF work, right? And he does detailing too. And I've never really used him for it because I've always subbed out the PPF work to him, and does immaculate work. And then all of a sudden last week he was touching up a vehicle that he'd worked on, and the guy just drove it back from Texas. It was a truck, and it was beat to piss. It just needed to get detailed. He goes, "Hey, I'm here. This is how much it'll cost. Like, do you want to call a customer?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." Yeah. So I just, at that point, it was just, I called my customer because we did a full PPF on the entire truck. So the ticket wise, it was already up there. Yeah. So where I was just like, "Hey, my detail is here. You want to get your truck detailed? This is what it'll cost." And I just kind of passed the job along. Yeah. And now I know it's like, all right, perfect. And now I've already opened the discussions with him. Like, "Hey, I need a price chart. I need a menu, please." Yeah. Because I know certain cars that we're going to be able to offer this to, and then dude, I'll fill your day with details, and you just be down at the shop doing details for me, and then like I'll take care of my end to where you get work, I'm getting a little something, and that works out. And then if we have a PPF here, then you can stop detailing and you can do my PPF for me. And it's like the subcontracting thing is definitely something that we've been, I wouldn't say we shied away from it, because we always try to, obviously we're selling ourselves, we want to sell our company as it's our installers, but to grow and scale a company, you do have to have subcontractors, but it's on me though to make sure I vetted them out to where it's like, I would completely hire you I would bring you on as an employee, but I know they want their freedom. Yeah, they want, like the guy's PPF, he'll come do like 2 14-hour shifts, knock it out in 2 days. And then he's like, all right, I'm taking the next 3 days off to hang out with my family.
Yeah, they want that freedom. Yep. That's why they don't have a job. You know what I mean? So, but it works out, man. Those guys are usually the ones that do a better job anyway. They're skilled. They're skilled enough to know that they don't need a job. And they don't want to come back too, because they know that they're going to be held accountable for the work. Yeah. So even that much more, if they see something that is wrong, they are going to make sure they take the time out of their day at that moment. I mean, these corrected, because if I keep having work come back, this is going to dry up. I'm not going to get no more business from this guy. Yeah. And then I got to take time out of my day, another day, to come back to fix something. And it's like, then I'm not making anything, and I'm putting a sour taste in their mouth. Yeah. So I pay my guys like per job. Yep. Like you have a specific job, there's a specific number, you're getting a specific percentage.
Yep.
So it's easier for them.
Yep.
It's easier for me than tracking an hourly wage. And then like, all right, now you're dragging it behind. You could have finished this 2 hours ago.
It's almost impossible to have an hourly in, I would say, being an installer, because at least for me, when I was an installer, I was performance driven. Mm-hmm. Like I want more square footage. I want to do another car. Mm-hmm. I know what I'm going to get paid per vehicle. It's like for our auto side, we do flag hours, which is just this commission. It is commission based. Each one, like it's like tinting a windshield. That's 2.5 or 3.5 hours, depending on which film they use. And you know, I have my set pricing, and they get paid, and I set them at, depending on their skill level of their performance. Mm-hmm. That's where their hourly rate will be set. And then even for flat glass is all about square footage. How much tint are you putting up? And then we've even expanded it now this past year, because we used to be a kind of like on the honor system, or okay, you've been with us for a year, we're going to sit down and do a review. This is how you did this past year. This is what we feel like the necessary pay bump you're going to get. Yeah. To where, because that's so subjective, because you're not around them constantly. You don't know what they are doing and not doing, to where it's like, I mean, installers should be purely performance. Yeah. Like if you come into this and you pick it up within a year and you're an absolute killer, is it your fault that you just haven't been doing it for 4 or 5 years? I don't think so. Mm-hmm. And I also want to motivate my guys to where now we've set up a system to where for my flat glass guys, if they want to go up in pay, they got tint from bay 1 to bay 5. And they're going to have a certain allotted time to do it. I'm going to watch you install, because I'm going to see I don't want to see excessive. I like need to treat this like this is someone's house, because this is how I'm grading you. And as long as I walk up to every window and I don't see anything that would be a technical replace, you pass. Yeah. If you don't, you have a 60-day grace period before you can till you can retest again. So technically you have 6 times during the year that if you want to try to get a pay raise, it is on you. Can you perform? If you perform, then I am more than happy. Yeah. Yep. Here you go. Here's your bump. You've proved that you can do this in this amount of time, and the work is still quality. Yeah. And do the same thing for auto too. It's like, here's a 4-door car, tint it. If you can do it an hour and a half, hour 15, or whatever we set the time limits at. If you can get it done, I don't have to replace anything on the car. It's customer ready. Yeah. Then I know where your value's at.
So you've invested in all these windows for training.
So it started off as my brother, when this bay first, because we had this leased out to somebody, and then when that lease ended, we kept it empty, because like the thought was, we were going to absorb it into the flat glass area anyway, and then we wanted to have a training area for our guys. Yeah. And then I wanted to take it a step further, and I wanted to open an academy, because it's, how do I sell myself to the entire country? Yeah. I can teach the trade, and then you can come to my facility, and then I can show you hands-on training. And then that even involves into, I wanted to put all of this training online, to where if you want to go online and subscribe to the course,
that's the best way.
So where it's, now I got a subscription base, now I have reoccurring revenue every single month off of me taking my time to shoot the videos, edit the videos, and then put them up, and then just offer the different subscriptions. Where you just want content, that's this. You want content, and you want to be part of the subcontracting network that all communicates with each other, bouncing ideas. That's the next one. And then beyond that, you want that and a class, and you want to have communications with me and my brother. All right, it's going to be this much. Yeah. To where I have a tiered program, to where it's, kind of the sky's the limit. Yeah. I mean, I was able to thankfully have a very good conversation with Solar Guard. They pretty much partnered up with us, and they were the backing. Them and TintWiz donated, and honestly, they invested a good amount into us. To like, we pitched our vision to them, and they were like, "Pull the trigger, let's go." Hell yeah! So now it's like we've ran one class, and now we just released our 3 next. We're doing August, September, October, 5 people per class. Hands-on training, and put it out there, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, no, I mean, just being here, this inspires me to do something like that too. I want to do a subscription-based learning. Yep. There's a huge market for that. And then at the end of the day, you can have that too, but it's where the attention goes, money flows, right? So content is king. And I see you guys doing that on your Instagram. Even this, from my point of view, is genius, because you'll bring a business, they have X amount of followers, you'll create the video, and then what do? You tag them, right?
And we'll collab every single reel.
Yeah, you'll collab it, right? But now their viewers are curious, so it'll go to your page. And I was like, Dude, that's so smart, man.
Yeah, that was definitely a big idea. Sorry, I had to step away. It wasn't even really. It was well. When I tell you later what it was, you're gonna laugh because I got 4 in a row and it was not anything important. Yeah, that was the big idea behind it. Is like we'll get a lot of really good content. We'll learn from the guests, but then in my mind, it was like not that we're gonna be like Joe Rogan, but how did he become the biggest media empire basically in the world?
Huge. Yeah.
And it's like, oh, like he's just stayed consistent with it. And every person he has on that he's interested in has some kind of following. Yeah. And when he has them on and has a nice, fair conversation with them, and it's like, even if he doesn't agree with someone, it's not argumentative and it's a fun conversation to listen to.
Yeah.
A percentage of that person's following is now going to follow and now subscribe to you, or just the algorithm's going to throw it to him.
Yeah.
And now that's another person that he's built and doing as many episodes as he does, 4, 5, 6 days a week for 10 consecutive years. Yeah. He's got the biggest audience in the world. It's like he's the biggest consumed media content in over 100 countries right now.
Yeah, it's nuts.
And it was literally that. Like he'll have Alex Jones on one day and have a fair conversation with him, no matter what you think of the dude, and then have Bernie Sanders on the next day. And like you would think those are like polar opposites that wouldn't be on the same show.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's able to have a conversation with both of those people, it's not going to put off the Alex Jones supporters. And it's not going to put off the Bernie Sanders supporters. And you're like, oh, this was actually cool. There was thoughtful questions here. And even if he disagreed on something, it was fun to listen to.
Yeah. So I guess the trick would be when doing something like this is getting them to stop for the algorithm, right? Because you have to have the hook within that first 3 seconds to get them to stop, to get more views. Yeah. Even the people that do follow you, if they already know you, they still scroll past it, right?
Yeah.
But it's how do you get them to stop? That's why a lot of my videos now, I've seen that I put myself in front of it. One, people buy from people now. They don't really buy from brands anymore. And I thought that when I created the Fresh details, oh, that sounds so cool. But at the end of the day, they don't buy from Fresh anymore. They buy from James. They buy from me.
Well, you are the brand, man. That's the thing. Like personal brand is even more powerful.
Right? Yeah. So I've seen that's working for me as far as marketing, and then getting them to stop. Like doing something funny or, so that's kind of where I'm geared towards. It's not really just selling the product. They already know what products I have and what services we can do. It's, do they want to do business with me?
Yep.
You know what I mean? So,
yeah. And to me, it's people are spending 6, 8, 10 hours a day on their phone scrolling.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And all right, so how do we get on there and keep it entertaining?
Yeah.
Educational. Or is that it? What was the third one? There's a third.
Jordan.
Maybe it's just those two.
It'll come. Come on. It's coming to you.
How do you not know this?
It's coming to you right now.
Either way,
you're just making a point of why you should know them.
But at least those two, right? Like,
those
put out a bunch of content.
Those are the key ones. Anyway.
Yeah, because and everybody's got different things they're looking for. So it's like, and that's the other thing.
Inspirational? Oh, inspirational.
Well, that's like, show just doing what you're doing, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's not so much educational. It's just like even the videos of him that have gone viral, just like tinting a window. It's like, people were like, wait, what's happening here? And they stop and watch. But that still falls into entertaining.
Do you ever sit and look at it and like what made it go
viral?
Because sometimes I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Why did this get so many views? It's like the most basic video. I don't see a hook in it, and just.
That's where I'm a big fan of Gary Vee. I don't think like as much as you put effort into something, thinking you've decoded what the thing is. It's like the algorithm's gonna tell you.
Yeah.
So volume. Like I saw Mr. Beast do an interview with some Indian creator who built up a crazy following in India, and they've got millions of followers on their, I think, Instagram in India. And their secret was like, we realized if we just increased to posting 100 things a day instead of 10, the volume just outpaces everything else.
Yeah.
And the algorithm now isn't going to like overwhelm the person that's already following you with 100 pieces of your content.
Yeah.
The algorithm is going to feed each individual one who it's most likely to be consumed from, because it knows.
Yeah.
So it's not like if you over post, you're going to get dinged for it. Meta doesn't care. No. The more you post, the better, because you're reaching even more eyeballs for them to keep them on the platform so they can sell ads. Like, that's all that algorithm cares about. How can we keep more people on here? And the more content that's being created that's suitable to whatever is going to keep somebody engaged and looking at something for longer, and then go to the next thing, is what the algorithm cares about.
Yeah, so, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, no, we had Gary Vee was a keynote speaker at one of the industry events last year. Yeah, last year.
Yeah, the year I had to miss.
Yeah, no. Sucks for you.
He's dope, man.
Yeah.
But he's fucking real.
Yeah.
It was straight up. Like,
it was cool because it was a glass and tint conference. Yeah. So where it was like technically for what I guess audience he could command, it was relatively one of the smaller rooms that he's probably talking to. And he like his opening dialogue, he was talking about like he's doing stuff like that now. He wants to talk to the small business, small person. And everything he said, though, it's like there's no reason for him to be there, because everything he said, it's like, all right, we're literally, you're just reassuring me right now the game plan that we're executing is exactly what we should keep doing. Yeah. Don't stop doing it. It was make a video, post it. If the algorithm takes it and it takes off, put money behind it. And rinse and repeat. And don't stop. Stop trying to figure out what you're doing in the video, because he goes, I've done that. I thought I had to make this perfect video, put it out, falls on its face. Put something that I put no time into on, and all of a sudden it absolutely took off. Yeah. So it's like just consistency and keep the volume going. And when you see something hit, put money behind it, push it and target it in the right area, put a geofence on it to where you're trying to target, and throw money behind it and see what the return is. If you get a return from it, there you go.
His other big thing that I love is just be authentically you. And if you actually follow Gary Vee the way I do, he'll be doing yard sales in one day, doing card collecting the next day, talking about the Knicks the next day. And it's like there are people in all of those categories that you can reach. And it's just like, touch as many things as possible. He's got his eyes, like he said, he still does this. And honestly, I've had him even respond to me before. He's responding in the DMs. He's commenting on things. He's looking and consuming the stuff as much as anybody else to try to see what's trending and what's happening right now and how is this platform changing from that platform. I mean, he was talking about TikTok when it was still Musical.ly, totally telling everybody, this is the thing, get on it right now, it's about to explode, because he was in there using it, playing with it, consuming it, realizing the potential that it had based off of what he was seeing happen. And he's still doing that right now to this day, as big as he's gotten. He's in there, like right now he's doing live social shopping, which I'm still trying to figure out. And I've got one of his NFTs that allows me to do Zoom calls with him. And it was one of the questions that I asked was like, he's promoting live social shopping now, like on Whatnot or Fanatics or all of those things. It's like, well, how could a small service business somehow figure out how to use that to dial in and figure a way to do something with it? And he even was like, I haven't figured that one out yet. But it's like, look at what's coming out, play with it, see how it can be used, and just keep trying stuff and just see what sticks, and just overwhelm it with the grind, the grit, you got to put in the work and put in volume.
100%. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I think that's one area I need to pick up myself too, is consistency. So
that was a big thing with this.
That's what caused, that was a huge start off with this, is he was already bugging me for a good amount of time to do this. And my biggest thing is, how are we going to pull it off? What cameras we use, what equipment. And it's like, you got to give me something to go off of, and then I'll get going with it. And I stubbornly stood that point. I wish I would have backed down a little earlier and just tried to figure it out myself. But then we ended up getting an ad that came across from Ryan Pineda, like, hey, use my team. Like, you want to start a podcast? Pretty much like, well, you get one podcast a month. You get 7 clips a week.
Oh, wait, one podcast a week.
Oh, a week. Sorry, one podcast a week. Thank you. And then you get 7 reels off that podcast, to where at least you're putting out one piece of content every single day. And then you build from there.
And then we even upgraded it to do the direct to camera. So we had 2 a day.
Yeah, 2 a day.
Yeah. So we'd sat down with a bunch of scripted out like things we wanted to just say that looks like it's a podcast, but it wasn't. Yeah. A lot of those have turned into ads that we're still running right now. One of them we need to update. I just saw the other day. It says we're 4-time champions, and that one's still going out, but we've won a 5th since then.
All we gotta do is clip me and saying, actually, it's 5.
Yeah, we need to add to that one.
No, we get a little blowback on that one from people. World champions of what? But which I love. Any of the comments that come in, I love. Like the couple of videos we've had that have popped off. We've had a few ourselves, and then we've had ones that we've collabed with where it was me installing, and it just got it posted on Facebook last year. I think it's upward of like 26 million on Facebook. Yeah. And it was at the same time we kind of started this. And when that happened, we put all of our links and stuff in the description. All of a sudden, our podcast was trending in South Africa. We were like in the top 30 in business and like the top 20 in like entrepreneurship, which was like, because you guys are listening to two dumbasses talk about Tint.
That's how you do it, man.
But hey, it worked. And then this year he took the same clip and he posted the entire clip of me installing the entire time. He put it on Instagram, and all of a sudden it caught fire. Yeah. And then going from that first experience to this time around, both myself, like I know there's I think 25,000 comments, if I'm not mistaken. I know it's obscene, but when it first started, like when it got to 1,200 comments, probably about 400 to 500 of them half of them were from me, half of them were from him responding. Like any person that would comment something, it was either like, a thumb, like a heart emoji, praise emoji, or like answering the question, like, hey, what, you're peeling the plastic off the back, to a point where it's like I started actually like the 6th time I typed it out, I copied it, and I put it in my notes. So I was like, I'll alter it a little bit, but that's what's happening. Yeah. And to where I just stayed engaged. I was liking everyone's comment on there. I was trying to be engaged as humanly possible, and that thing just absolutely took off. And it's like even the people that were sitting there trying to troll, we had a couple comments that we directed back at them, just like, thank you for your input. We appreciate just kill them with kindness. And one guy replied back, goes, honestly, it's probably one of the best responses I've ever seen. I'm going to follow you guys. I was just trying to troll, and I'm going to follow you guys' content now. And it was like seeing that. It's like, okay. Just like I wanted, like there were certain ones I wanted, like I know what I want to say. I'm not going to, because it's not going to be beneficial to nobody. I'm just going to be like, dude, I totally understand. I would love for you to come out to the next competition. I love competing against the best. And just leave it at that,
That's actually the one piece I think we could even follow even better on all of our content. I've now seen it several times with people we've had on here that their social media is growing. And the people that are having the most success having it grow, they're super engaged in the comments and they're responding to comments immediately. Michael, the producer, is a great example. We went out to his house, did some work for him, and we did a little bit of like trade where, hey, like we saw that he had a huge following and he agreed to like post this on his story while we were doing the work. And while we're still there finishing up the work, he had just posted a story and our phones are going crazy. And we're like, oh crap, look at this. We're getting a ton of followers, and start looking through the comments. And while we're still there, he's behind us on his phone responding to every single comment. Yeah. This dude has millions and millions of followers. But when he posts something and people start commenting on it, he's sitting there just locked in, responding to every single comment that comes in just nonstop. It was like, oh yeah. Yeah. Like there's something to that.
You can take it a step further too. For those new followers, I don't know if you guys do this, but I started implementing this recently. Is as soon as I get a new follower, I mean, if I catch it in the morning, the sooner the better. But as soon as I get a new follower, I'm DMing them.
Oh, that's
I don't wait for a comment. I don't wait for a response, because they like something that caused them to hit that button.
Yeah, I like that.
So I'll send, they're already pre-programmed in Instagram. You can just click. Once I say hi, it says hi. Thanks for the follow. Give them a little shaka, right? Yeah. And then I follow up with the second one. I tap. Are you just here for the content, or are you actually looking to get some work done?
Yep.
Ooh, I like that.
And 50% of the time, they probably want some work done. Yeah. It might not be now, but they'll tell me straight up. And then you can categorize them on Instagram. It's like flag. There's like these different lists, and you could custom tailor it to however you want, right? Yeah. So you put them in different profiles within Instagram. So now you have a different list that you just created with your new followers.
Jordan.
You'll get more of a response from people following you from Instagram than you would paying for Meta, paying for Yelp.
Yeah.
You're going to get way more if you just do that. I mean, this is some sauce for anybody that's actually,
and I've interacted
listening to me.
That's why I love sitting down and talking to people, because something like that makes all the sense in the world.
And I've had that happen to me, like with big content creators that I've engaged with a piece of their content, and I don't even know if it was a follow. It might have just been an engagement. All of a sudden, and it looked like one of them, love him or hate him, Ty Lopez, he had something recently that I engaged with. And all of a sudden, I'm getting a DM in the voice of Ty Lopez from his main account, looking like it's him. And it was so crazy how instantly responsive it was that I knew that it wasn't him. It was an AI bot for sure.
Yeah.
But it was really good. The only thing that really threw it off was it was too fast. It was like I would respond and it would be an immediate response that was really long. And then I even asked it, like, this isn't actually Ty, is it? This is an AI chatbot that he set up to respond for him. Yeah. And it like even outed itself and had a conversation with me. I was like, oh, damn, this is cool. So that's like even the next level too.
AI is the future.
Yeah.
But even if you are sliding in their DMs and getting them to say, yeah, we want to do business with you, the trick is to get them on a phone or to get them into the shop.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because that's where you close them, really.
Yep.
It's really hard. For me personally, it's hard to close in the DMs. I get lucky every once in a while. But if you get me on the phone conversation, or even better, you get into the shop, because bringing them to the shop gives them peace of mind, right?
Yep.
Oh, these guys are legit. They know what they're doing. They see other cars. They see other windows.
So, on that line of thought, you went from mobile to now brick and mortar. How much has that helped you, like, increase your average ticket size and upgrading customers? Like, has that been huge as far as?
Oh, it's been huge. Last year, 10,000 was a good month. Last month we did 60,000. It's month 3. I'm like, dude, if this is the start, like, how far can I take this?
Oh, it never ends.
It's a huge jump. And I'm like, dude, if I could have done it 3 years ago when I started, I would have had a shop.
Yeah, but don't you think, though, the lessons you learned through the mobile, though, have shaped what you do now?
Oh, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That too. It's a give and take, I guess, right? I guess I wish.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're right, man. The hell am I thinking?
Well, it's like, because
the lessons I've learned, I wouldn't have gotten if I had.
I think the same way. Like what we've learned even just in the last year is like, damn, we should have implemented this shit a long time ago.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like we get like the question, like, because I'll rag on auto just in the fact of like, if someone bought the company and I had to stay on for as long as I did or whatever, as soon as I was free and clear to where I could go do my own thing, I'm doing strictly flat class. Without question, I'm doing strictly flat class. Not because I think auto is bad. It's just because I've had my experiences with it. Like, our auto feeds our flat, and vice versa. Our flat will feed our auto too. Like, that's just how our brand is.
Yeah.
They work together. But for me, flat, I can have less customers, higher tickets.
Yeah.
So it's just like, that's where I would go. But without having my experience in the auto side of this business and how we've grown our business, I wouldn't be at the point I'm at now. Mm-hmm. So it's definitely, it's like, God, if the knowledge I had now, if I would go back 10 years, I mean, if I would listen to my dad when I was 18 or 16, save your money, buy a house. Like, I was able to buy a home very young at 20, but like, if I would have really listened to him when I was like 15 to 14, because that's when I really started like really actually kind of working and actually making some kind of money, and not bought a bunch of stereo equipment for my vehicles and all the money that I blew on all the dumb shit that I blew it on. That if I would have actually took it, I still do. But with all the financial advice he did give me with that, like, thankfully I was able to buy a home when I was 20. I was very fortunate.
That's cool.
And like, yes, the economy was at a point where the housing market was like, it was graspable to where I was able to get myself into that point. So it's, you get lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the things I've kind of tortured myself with using like ChatGPT. Like, hey, I spent $5,000 on a stereo in 2000 whatever. If I'd have taken that money and invested it
in the market
in Apple instead, go back to 2017, like in Bitcoin, what would that be worth today? And you see the number and you're like, oh, so like it's a fun little exercise to stop yourself from spending money on stupid shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I bought a bunch of stupid shit recently. But then now I bought a Bentley Bentayga, I bought that C8, and I bought an X5 since April.
Yeah, but you're probably using that for marketing.
I switched it up. For one, I use it as demo cars.
Yeah.
And then we're integrating rentals because we're right by the strip. So we're going to integrate rentals within the company.
Yeah, so that's not stupid. That's smart. I've actually heard a lot of high-end detail and tint shops do that.
Yeah.
And it seems to always work out well.
Yeah, I think it's going to work out for us.
Yeah.
I mean, that was my excuse to my wife anyways. Hey, we're going to use rentals. But now I'm implementing it into our system, right? So more reason for people to come to the door.
Yep.
And this will be new for us because it'll be a lot of tourists that'll be coming through the door versus all the local guys.
So it's an avatar that you haven't even tapped into yet.
Yeah.
So
which is exciting for me because a lot of these guys that do come and visit, they're visiting family.
Yeah.
So, hey, man, I went to this rental company. By the way, they do detailing, tint, PPF, and all this stuff. Man, you should go check them out. They're really nice.
Yeah.
So now they rented the car from me, but they're telling everyone else about us.
That's super smart, especially with the flood of people still always coming in from California.
Exactly.
Like how many people from California are coming to visit family, or a year from now are going to move out here because
become a resident
because California's getting insane.
Yeah, it's been insane. Vegas is going up pretty fast too.
Yeah.
I mean, we used to be at the bottom of the category.
Yeah.
Right, but I think what are we like 5 or 6 now? We're getting up there as far as price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's only going to get worse because there's not that much land here. It's kind of like Hawaii.
Yeah.
A lot of my family moved out of Hawaii because everything's expensive. Why is it expensive? Because it's a freaking island. You can only build so much real estate there. So
when did you come here?
Right. Huh?
When did you come here?
I've been in Vegas since 2003. I went to Mojave High School, North Las Vegas. Yeah.
Okay.
But before that, I was in San Francisco. My family came from the Philippines. Hawaii was their way in.
Okay.
And then from Hawaii, they all, spread out. So
and most end up here, Ninth Island.
Ninth Island, yeah.
It's actually like really crazy, like how many people from Hawaii there are here.
It's the way to go, man.
I didn't realize it till like moving away and then like not having any good Hawaiian food around in Texas.
Yeah.
You come back here and it's like on every corner, and then it's like, oh yeah, I guess there is a lot.
Yeah.
I had no idea about the whole Ninth Island thing until I went there for my honeymoon. And where are you from? Vegas? Ninth Island. I was like, and then they're like, yeah, that's where we go. And I was like, oh, okay.
That's where they go.
That makes sense.
First stop, California Hotel. I don't know why.
Yeah, one of the Casco Jiu-Jitsu gyms. So that's where I've that's like the affiliate of the Jiu-Jitsu that I go to, is Ninth Island Jiu-Jitsu. And they're on the north side of town, so they got a real big population of Hawaiians and actually even our gym has a lot of Filipinos. Yeah. Man, have you this is kind of really sidetracked. Have you been following the whole thing with BJ Penn? Either of you?
No, I haven't.
I just saw that he got in some trouble.
Dude,
is he in trouble?
Well,
what's going on with him?
I don't know. He's posting like night and day about how somebody replaced his family, and he's posting videos of like his mom saying it's not his mom and she's trying to take control of his estate and all of his money. And he's convinced that the family that's trying to seize all of his assets and take control of his entire everything is people that are imposters that aren't actually his family.
I mean, you take enough blows, eventually you start to lose it, man.
Man, it's like really sad to watch. So it's like, man, like, and if he's right, that's even crazier. Like, dude, I can't even watch it anymore because it'll pop up on my feed and I'm like, oh, dude, like I kind of hope it really is some imposter and he's going to be proven right. Otherwise, it's like super sad.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
He's taking a lot of blows. Man.
He's taking a lot of
man. He was a savage though, man. Like most people don't know, he was the first American to win be a black belt world champion as an American at like a super young age after only having gotten into jiu-jitsu for like 3 or 4 years, which is like unheard of.
Yeah.
He was a phenom, man.
Yeah, it's hard to see, especially for the people that look up to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really hard.
Yeah, that's actually like, Maybe don't go look into that. It'll make you sad.
Okay, good job. So beyond the car rentals, is that's your big on take this year, or do what other?
Right now, I'm focused on protection, whether it be PPF, ceramic, or we do Icon Rock Clear. Those are my main focuses right now.
What's Icon Rock Clear?
Icon Rock Clear it's kind of like a ceramic, and it's also like PPF. It's the middle ground.
Okay.
It's a coating, but it's 75 times stronger, 35 times thicker than a ceramic coating. And unlike PPF, it doesn't peel or yellow. PPF does have more impact and scratch resistance, but when it gets fucked up, you got to pull it off, right?
Yep.
With this one, it's a repairable coating. So it's hydrophobic. It's repairable. I can polish it. It won't remove the coating like a ceramic would. And it lasts 15 years. We have 4 cars in the shop right now, and that's all pretty much people are starting to get. We'll sell everything, but it's like the perfect balance for us or for what we sell.
How much more complicated is that to install?
It's not. It's just like everything else, right? You got to get trained. You're going to have shitty installs in the beginning, but once you get through X amount of cars, it just becomes easy, right? Because you create your own systems within the installation. So first few cars, very difficult. A lot of redos. Now it's like same day. We get them done. We give them to them the next day. So when prep work, install all in one day with the product, we want to let it cure for 12 hours. I usually say it's usually like 6, but I say 12. And then we give them the cars the next day. So we can turn and burn pretty fast as long as you have the system in place.
Does it install like a ceramic coating? Like wipe?
No. And that's what's cool about it. You apply it and then you let it level on its own. So it's thick.
So it's more
ceramic
like an
coating
epoxy.
to apply, you wipe, you buff off. You're only leaving less than 2 microns. That's nothing.
Yeah.
So when those swirls come back, and they always do, when you polish that again, you're going to remove some coating.
Yep.
And then there's products out there that say, hey, this is safe for ceramic coatings because it has some ceramic in it. It's not really, it still comes off the actual coating. You know what I mean? So for us, it was, I kind of like steered away from ceramic coatings for all my clients that ask. And I try to tell them about Icon Rock Clear because I personally believe that it's a better product for them.
Yeah.
It has scratch and impact resistance that ceramic coatings don't have. And then if they don't want to deal with the yellowing or peeling later, then it was a coating for them, or the product for them. So
definitely have to look into that then. 'Cause I figured eventually that ceramic coatings are going to obviously they get better, or if anything, finding that middle ground. Like I didn't even know that existed.
There's a middle ground. Yep. And that's our biggest moneymaker. That's what took me from 10 to, to 60K in 3 months, so it was a big game changer for me. And people are looking for, they happen to be looking for that type of product, a coating that has scratch and impact resistance.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's a middle ground. It's not as hydrophobic as ceramic, but it's hydrophobic. It's not as rock and scratch resistant as PPF, but it does have it in there. So it's a median.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's awesome.
A lot.
The technology of everything is just getting crazy, man.
Yeah.
Like even vinyl in my mind, man. Like I remember when it was all just, there was no
air release
air
technology.
Yeah.
Like, now you can just lay it on, just rub your hand.
Yeah.
Hey, it's good.
Yeah.
What's that? Nothing.
Yeah.
And how much better are these companies going to be able to make better products faster now that they're going to be able to use AI in the engineering process? Like, it's only going to get better faster.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. And you definitely got to stay on the pulse of that.
I'm all for it, but you got to stay on the forefront of it, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So you got to always be doing your homework on who's coming out with what.
Yeah.
That's why SEMA is a big thing. If you go to SEMA, those guys wait to release products on SEMA. You got to catch it first.
Yep.
I just started recently going to SEMA, but I'm talking to every single booth person like, hey, what do you have that's new? If they don't say, oh, we released this last 6 months, I'm like, oh, I already seen that. Then I move on to the next person. I want to see who's dropping something today that my other, the people in my industry haven't seen, that I could be the first to bring it.
Start using AI. Yeah, no, we just had a manufacturer drop a new product, a new exterior film, in which I have 2 rolls of it. I'm pretty sure we were the first ones to buy it. And I got to get content out of it like now.
I need spec sheets too. Did those come yet?
Probably not.
Yeah.
They usually release the film first.
Well, it's basically just the same as the interior.
If you have the first of anything and you could be the first to promote it, you have an edge over everyone.
Yep.
Yeah.
For just simply saying you're the first.
Oh, we did that with the Cybertrucks. We were able to get our hands on 2 of the first 4 Cybertrucks that hit the valley.
Yeah.
We did color change wrap on them, and then we tinted them. And it's like I did it for did it for cost of material and labor. And it's like,
and then you become the go-to.
Yep. And it's just like I just want your truck before they start hitting the market, so I can put the content out, so I can say, no, we specialize in these. I've had them since this date. This is when we first started installing them, and they realized, oh, like no one had them then. It's like, exactly. So as soon as the first ones came out, that's what we started working on, was those, and we pushed that out there as fast as we possibly could.
Yeah,
that's been a funny one watching on social media with Elon being as active as he's been in politics for the last year. Is we still have content going out all the time that has like a Tesla as the highlighted vehicle.
Yeah,
the amount of people that want to jump in those comments and you should take the Tesla out of your video, and it's like, hey, like it's not gonna happen. But thanks for increasing our engagement on this post. I appreciate it.
The negative ones are the best ones for engagement for some reason, right?
I like every single one of them.
Give them
a quick like on that real quick. And it's like at the point too where like on that one video that popped, like the response time that I was hitting with some of those people, like they reply back like, oh, the guy that's even in the video, he's like responding to me, like, and it's like they re-engage with another comment where they're trying to like technically troll or take me down. I'm like, no, keep going. Let's see how many more comments you can throw on this. Let's just keep it going. Like, I don't care what you're saying. I could care less what you're saying.
Yeah.
I just want you to keep typing, dude.
Yeah.
Just keep hitting like and type. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
Drive the engagement as much as you possibly can.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good thing if you're using it for the business side, but it's also annoying. Like, why are people wasting their time? Like, I feel bad for people. Like, my thing, but like, I don't know. The part of me that's just like, man, I feel bad for this person that they're spending their time out there trying to shit on someone else, and it's like, they could be doing something positive.
Yeah, they are. They're in my engagement up higher. I appreciate it. Thank you. You do you. Don't stop. Just make sure you comment on every single one of these posts, please.
It's even as a positive person, you try to, but there will be a comment where you're like, "Damn, that kind of hurt me a little bit."
Oh yeah.
No, like you want to say something mean.
Oh, I had some stuff typed out.
You gotta step back. Yeah. All right, let me be the bigger man here and write something nice.
Yeah.
But
no. I think one of the funny comments we had on one of the videos was who's this guy think he is LeBron James, because it posted like I've won multiple championships type thing, and like I thought of a comment, it was just too late afterwards. I wish I would have thought of it when he posted that, because I totally would have replied with like, no, I consider myself Michael Jordan because I don't lose in the finals.
There you go.
And then just like it's like a perfect. Oh, it would have been perfect, but by the time I thought about it, I was like, it's too late now. It's lost its luster. It is what it is. But it's like, every single comment that comes through, I'm liking every single one of them. I don't care how mean you're trying to be. It's like, no, thank you. I appreciate you.
It's never too late though. You could have been like, hey, reflecting back from a year ago's comment.
Now you're gonna make me go find
it. You should. It was a YouTube comment too, I think, right?
Reignite it.
Yeah, it was on YouTube. It was on the YouTube of you training Emilio that everybody's giving you hate for being a dick. It was on that video.
It wasn't everyone. It was 50-50.
Where attention goes, money flows.
It was 50% of the people where you could read it and be like, you're probably unemployed. And then another 50% of people that were employed going, no, he is very dedicated to his craft and he's going over these, like he literally just told them the exact things to do and then he didn't do it. And yes, I also took it. I was like, all right, I need to get better at portraying what I'm trying to teach him right now. So like, I took out of it like, all right, no, I know I need to get better as a teacher. That's the one thing that's hung me up with this academy is like, am I good? Like, I know I can do the job. I know I'm really good at doing the job. Mm-hmm. Am I good at giving that advice over to someone or transferring that knowledge to someone? That's a completely new job to me. Like,
because it has to be structured too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're creating a course, you got to go from the fundamentals to the pro, right? And all the steps in between.
Kind of.
That's kind of how I see it as, but.
Yes, but now it's because now we ran a one-on-one and we've ran an entire class. I've already now gotten to the point, like I know exactly which avatar I'm going towards for the initial class I want. Is you have to have at least 2 to 3 years auto experience. You're trying to expand your business into flat glass, and you want to learn the sales side, but also you need to pick up on the installation side. So it's a nice little mix. So if you are new to the industry, I am going to tell you, no, you're not allowed in this class because it's going to be a waste of your money because we are like, I can't start back where I need to start for you.
Yeah.
But if you want, that's where it's like, I'm going to start new classes now where it's going to be like, I'm going to do a 2-day pure installation class where it's like, I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to talk about selling what type of film. All you're going to be taught here is how to take this piece, put it on this window. Yeah. And that's what that's the knowledge I want to transfer. Mm-hmm. And then from there, I mean, the classes, sky's the limit. You could literally do a 2-day class just purely on sales. Because the sales aspect of flat glass, especially with all the new glass that's coming out now, of knowing what product can safely go on that window, or a product that technically you have to get checked off by the manufacturer that would be a high-end product that, all right, it is safe on these windows because these windows read this very particular way to where we could sit down and talk for 8 hours just about that in itself, to where it's like, all right, so you're just the business owner and you want to improve your sales team, send your salesperson to this class where, yes, we'll touch on install a bit just to give them a grasp of what's going on. But beyond that, we're going to go through the complete breakdown of how we walk in, how we measure, how we communicate to the customer to solve their problem, and then how we address the window to know what product to even use, and then what price points we're using, why we use them. But yeah, it opened my eyes to where it's like we can run like an infinite amount of classes and then mirror that online to where you will be able to search each little thing. And even from the install, like I want to break down every aspect of install into like 60-second clips, 60 to 90-second clips to where like, this is how I peel my tint. And to where if you want to go in there and like, I'm having a problem cutting, you can type in cutting and it's going to pull up the videos that will relate just to cutting to where you can find the exact one you want to watch without having to watch a 10-minute instructional, like, where do I want to watch this from to where it's actually searchable and consumable in every little aspect. Yeah. And then do the same thing for the sales side.
Do you have a platform that you're going to use for, or that you're already using for
we're going to
use education program,
School, SKOOL, school.com.
Hermosi's school. Yep. Yeah.
So I've already, when Hermosi backed it, we already looked into it, and I finally actually I clicked into it and like looked through it, and it's like, all right, this is literally a website that is plug and play as long as you have the direction you want to go in, from setting your subscription lines to allowing them to see those certain contents to creating groups for everyone to chat in. And it's like, all right, you got to be at this line to get into this group. Yeah. Or if you just want to search my content, and I was like, all right, so the website isn't built, but is. Like, all we have to do is now we gotta dial in the content. We need to start recording the actual install process, how we're gonna label each video to make it searchable.
It's got the affiliate linking built into it. It's got like everything you need.
Yeah. That's a good, I'm probably gonna implement that.
Yeah. When we went to his workshop, we were in like class 3 of the actual in-person workshop last January, February. Really good stuff, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The acquisition?
Yeah. Really, really cool.
I see his ads all the time. Yeah. This guy's everywhere.
He knows what he's doing. Are you following along for the new book that's coming out?
No.
Yeah, the new one's about to come out. He's got a live release happening.
Oh, really?
August
16th. I'll be running.
Yeah.
And they'll be watching it.
So you both paid the $5,000 to do the class?
He didn't go. I went with my sister.
I sent him and my sister because
we went. It was worth every dollar.
It's worth it. Yeah, it's a write-off at the end of the year too. So
no, it's totally worth it. It was really, really, really good. And from what I've heard from the team there, because we've actually done some work at the building since then.
That's crazy.
The new versions of it are even better. Like, they've really dialed it in. They're doing the same thing they preach, right? As they do it, they're dialing it in, making it better. And then even at the end of that one, they were already pitching the next one you could come do that was even more expensive, but even more one-on-one, hands-on. Yeah. But even just what we got from that one was crazy. Just different way to look at your numbers and like really find what's your real constraint, and like a whole little booklet you got to walk away with that you can just literally plug in your numbers and it tells you if this, then that, and it tells you what the real constraint is. And here's what you need to do to fix it. And then once you fix that, you go back and you go through it again. And okay, you've got a sales problem, or you've got a marketing problem, or or you've got an operation problem.
Way worth the $5,000.
Totally.
Oh yeah, no, the money we've spent now, that's one probably big change we've made from like 2021 to now is no fault of my dad's. We would invest in equipment and stuff like that, not really understanding like we need to be investing in ourselves and start going to things. So like I've been to Jocko's muster twice for leadership and just managing. And then we've brought on a business mentor, Ryan Pineda, the guy that helped us with the podcast after that little
real estate mogul.
Yeah. So we went.
Yeah, he's a business mogul, man. He's got like 7-8 businesses. He's not just real estate.
So now we do a one-on-one mentorship with him. We meet him once a month. I got direct contact where technically anything that pops up in the business where I have a question where I want some feedback, I usually send him a voice memo, send him a text, give him a call. We have a chat, and then we proceed from there. And it's like
we go meet with him once a month for an hour. It's supposed to be an hour, but it ends up being like an hour and a half.
2 hours. Yeah. I mean, the first meeting was like 4 hours where we actually broke down. We went through the numbers in our business, our offer, and all that stuff. And like from that point right there, he was like, "You guys need to increase your price like dramatically." So we like almost doubled our price across the board. Yeah. And his biggest thing was like, do it and keep increasing it until you get someone that tells you pretty much to F off. And it's like we took our flat glass. We were in the range from like $9 to $12 a square foot like 2 years ago. Now we're in $18 to $25 on our average ticket price so it's like, yes, unfortunately, we probably have lost some customers because of it, but we've turned majority of our customers into double the amount.
Yeah, so, definitely have. Like our close rate went from like 70-80% to like 40-50, but it's like, do the math. Half the customers that double the price is it's more profitable. Yeah. With less headaches.
How do you feel about the guys that do the work for cheap?
There's a market for it is what it is, man. Yeah. Some people can only afford $100 to tint their car, and there's somebody out there to serve them, and they're a different customer, man. Like it is what it is.
Different avatar. Yeah. There's going to be a service for every single spot.
And someone's just starting out and they don't have the overhead. They're the salesperson, they're the HR, they're the labor. Yeah. They're using a film that only costs so much and they want to make so much. That's more power to them. Like that's not our customer. Yeah. The person that wants the lowball price on their job, they're going to find someone to serve them. But the person that wants it done correctly knows that they can trust you're going to like stand behind your work and it's going to do what it's supposed to do. That's the type of person that's willing to pay. Yeah. Yeah.
For sure. So, yeah. That was definitely a big, a little bit of, I guess, a scary jump when it goes to, it's like everything's going good, but now all of a sudden we're going to raise our prices to where we looking at, it's like, all right, our value is there. That's where we should be at. But it's like, all right, what's the reaction we're going to get? And then like, as soon as we did it, there really wasn't much of a reaction, but just approvals. And we're like, oh, yeah, okay.
I'm always tweaking my prices.
Yeah, it was actually fun because that's right when I pivoted to going outside sales, and I already had bumped our prices a little bit and was like, everybody's just cool. Let's do it.
Said go higher. Ryan said go higher.
Yeah, just keep going higher. And then there's even a Hermosi thing that I saw that was funny because when it finally happened, in the past, I probably would have been like insulted or upset, but I had a guy that I gave a bid on in a really nice neighborhood. And as I'm going through, measuring it up, show him the film, go through my whole thing, as I'm showing him the proposal, and I normally will show it to him and then send it to him. And a lot of times they'll close on the spot, but sometimes they'll look at it later. As I'm going over it with him, he's like, wait, how much? Get the fuck out. I was like, huh? Do you want me to send this to you? No, you can get the fuck out. That's way too much. And I was like, all right, we found the right price.
When you're going over your proposals, are you giving them the number in the front, the middle, or the back end?
No, they're just getting the final price. So yeah, it doesn't even show the price per square foot. Okay. Most people don't care. So the person that's price shopping like crazy is the person that starts getting into like wanting to know how much it costs per square foot. And we're going to lose those people because there's people out there that will do it for less for sure. And I tell customers that too. But the thing that I think to me, leading with marketing and good advertising and getting the social media correct, we've almost doubled the amount of leads that we have coming in, and the amount of consultations that we're scheduling went from like a good week was like 25 to 30 to now we've had weeks where we've done 90 consultations. That's crazy. And averaging like 50 to 60. Fine. I've got 9 more to go. I got 9 more to go do today. And if you're shopping off a price, cool.
Teach me your ways, man.
I'm on to the next
those
one.
kind of numbers.
It's just time, and having a good ad agencies helps, because we are running Meta ads and Google ads. We still have a ton of referrals and repeat customers. So like even with the higher ad spend we're spending now, we still have 50% of our customers are repeater referrals.
Like 55 to 60.
So what's that like? I mean, your dad started this, what, in the 90s?
83. So California is where he started. He moved us here in 92.
Okay.
And the company name changed to Green Valley in 92. But so we've been in this building in some capacity in one spot or another.
Do you have customers from back in 92?
Yeah. It's crazy. Every now and then we'll get someone that's a warranty job for like a vehicle that they've just kept since the mid 90s, and they'll come in and they'll have our warranty from like.
I mean, that's cool to see.
Yeah, it's.
I
cool.
kept the last one. The guy came in. He had was the yellow piece of paper of the. What
was it from like 97?
I think it was like it was like mid 90s.
Yeah,
and it's like seeing my mom's handwriting, because I know her chicken scratch from anything, and then it's like seeing our old logo and everything. I was like, "You want to do testimonial? Like, this is awesome! Like just seeing that, like, and it's like how we had it checked on there, and like my dad's pricing too. I was like, wow, this is absolutely changed. This is crazy.
I'm curious. In the 90s, what was it, like $100?
It was 160. I think he upgraded him on, I think, the film, and I forget what the other upgraded, which I looked at it and I was like, what is this? But like,
that's the other thing too, that it's like, honestly, like us raising prices was really just catching up to where we should have been, because unfortunately everybody being so cutthroat in pricing, and for the longest time leading with sales and trying to be the best price, just kept us lower than where we should have naturally adjusted for inflation. And that's the other thing that I've come across in the last year is customers that we did work for 3 years ago. It's like, I can see what they paid 3 years ago. And like at first it was like, oh, I need to give them some kind of a better deal, which I still do. All repeat customers get a deal. But a lot of times I'll just let them know up front, like, hey, the last time we did this was 4 years ago. Our prices have gone up. And almost every time the person's like, yeah, everything's more expensive. I know, I'm expecting it.
They
so
get
like,
it.
The consumer understands how much money's been printed and how prices have gone up for the most part, right? So it's like most people understand things cost more now. And realistically, if you go back and you look at just maybe doing a 5% increase annually from what we were charging in the 90s, we're right at where we should be. Like it's just, for a long time, we weren't increasing at all. Or like barely.
Well, the shop was a smaller size. We kind of stayed at the same size. My parents were definitely in the mentality, keep it small, keep it all. They didn't want to have more headaches or more problems or kind of venture into grounds they didn't know. And it's like when we took over, it was already something where it's like, no, I want to be bigger, in the fact that like I want to make more. The only way I can make more is I need to grow this thing bigger. Now there will be a certain spot where we could get to, and it's like, all right, we're good. I don't want to get any bigger than this. I don't want to add any more installers. Like for me, I want 3 solid installers in auto. I want 3 solid installers in flat. And then from there, everything else is being subcontracted. Like if we have a huge influx of flat glass, I already have a really good network of flat glass installers that I can reach out to if I need to. And then like the same thing for auto too. Like I have a couple local guys that when I have extra work, one of the guys I've trained where he went off and did his own thing and it was all on good terms. He did it the right way. And it's where it's now I use them as a subcontractor. And it's like the only thing I have to worry about is writing you a check. And then you got to take care of all of your own stuff now. Have at it. And it worked out great.
It's all about leverage, man. We all got the same 24 hours in a day. But the more people you have working for you, the more money you're going to make. I want to be $1 billion company. I know it's kind of maybe a stretch, right?
No, if you don't have big goals, man, you're definitely not going to achieve them.
I want 100 shops, you know, or more. You know, but the way I want to do it is franchising. So I'm going to give up a little to get more. But that all comes down to systems. So I'm looking to bring they have systemizers where there's individuals that come into your company and they'll systemize every process so it's sellable. So I'm trying to bring one in hopefully a year from now, because they are pretty expensive and they might want to negotiate a portion of the franchise should it work out. If if it can work out. So if it's viable. So yeah, man, That's my goal. Right?
Yeah, I've said it on here multiple times, man. There is no right way to do business, and it's what are your goals and what are your aims? What are you trying to achieve? And it's like, even just the vague idea of growing is like growing to what end, right? Like growing your gross number doesn't mean anything if you're not kicking profit off the other side.
No, for sure. You could be $1 million and spend $1 million still broke, right?
So so it's like, at a certain point, if you have a number in mind that you're happy with, that you're at a gross number that's kicking off a certain percentage of profit that you're going to be happy with, then that's where it is for you. Yep. And I know plenty of people in the tint industry that are small, you know, the owner is the installer, the wife does the books.
100% happy.
And they're 100% the happiest people I know. Yeah. They take 3 vacations a year. Their kids have gone to college. Like, there is no right or wrong way to do it. The cool thing is you have the ability to figure out what you want to do for you, and you can make it happen. Yeah. Like, it's totally possible. Oh, yeah. Just most people, I think, limit themselves because they're scared. Mm-hmm. It's like, even like you were saying, like, you wish you would have known now that opening the brick and mortar would have opened up is the opportunities that it is now. But it's like, that was just a part of the journey. Yeah. Like,
I wouldn't have had those lessons along the way. Right.
And had the confidence to do it and know that, like, okay, I can do this. Yeah. You know? Like, maybe you would have made wrong choices on whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's where it's like, even like I get slightly, I guess, jealous to a point of my dad. Like, yes, we run a company now, but I'll never know what it is to start something from the ground up, especially in an industry.
You're young, dude. That's not true.
Where I'm at right now is like, he started a business in an industry that was still an extremely young industry at the time, and it still is a young industry as it sits right now. Mm-hmm. And like, just like, I guess, kind of wing it. No YouTube, no Google, and no anything, and just experience that. But then I also look back at like the times I have taken over. Like the first time he let me actually run the shop for like, I think my parents went on a 2-week cruise, and it was like I had to everything, like they were unreachable. It was pretty much, hey, it's $25 a minute. It better be goddamn important if you're calling me. To where it's like, I didn't want to call him for anything. It's like I had, ran the shop for that 2 weeks, and it was just like, you did this by yourself with kids. How? I mean, even now, like, I have an amazing team around me. Yeah. Like, it's, yes, we're bigger, but I have an amazing team from every aspect, from my managers to my front admins, everything. So it's like, yes, it's stressful, but I have people that I can lean on if I need to. Mm-hmm. And like, we all work together. It's like, I look back at what my dad did. I'm just like, I mean, obviously you did it, but I don't know how you still have hair. Yeah. Like, why aren't you bald yet?
He's losing most of it.
It's thin. It's thin.
So you guys had a lot of leverage, I mean, with admins, but like, at what point did you say, hey, we're ready for an admin or a VA or a salesperson or another tech? Like, is it financial? Like, is it?
I think a big needle mover for us in the last 2 years was the investing in ourselves, going to stuff like the Hermosi workshop, and then like hiring Pineda. Especially being a family, like between him, myself, and my sister, we need to do something. Something's wrong. He has an idea of what it is. I have an idea of what it is. She has an idea of what it is. Being able to sit down with Ryan and be like, here's the numbers. Here's what I think the problem is. Here's what and then him go, this is what it is. Take action has allowed us to just like start taking action a lot faster. And like, okay, this is the constraint. This is what we need to take action on. I feel like that's been a game changer.
Oh,
that's cool. I might have to hit up Ryan.
Yeah, well, that was the biggest thing, is like the amount of money that we technically, I think, the initial investment in it. Like, in my mind, it was like my selling point, because we still kind of, company still gets controlled like in a board fashion where everyone's got to vote, and it's me, my brother, my sister, and then my parents. Mm-hmm. So it's like, as soon as you get 3, that's the direction we're going to go in, until something happens to where it's like, oh, damn, we shouldn't have done that. We need to course correct and move from there. To where it's like, when we first got approached, because after we had the contract for the podcast, we got, his team reached out to us. Hey, would you guys be open? Do you guys want to do a one-on-one mentorship? Got on a phone call, figured out what it was, pricing and all that stuff. And it's like, in my eyes, I was like, we need to do this no matter what. We can either guess for the next couple of years that we're doing the right thing, or we can take someone who's already built multiple 7-8-figure businesses and has probably already went through those waters, and he's going to be our guide to say, hey, this is where we're at right now. We're kind of stuck in this area. And then we get the ideas to where it's like, we're having an open conversation to where it's like, no, you need to focus here. Here are the 5 points that we need to be focusing on. What's our biggest problem area? Let's pick that. Let's fix that. After you fix that, most likely we're moving on to the next thing. We're going to find something.
And those things are going to change as you fix them.
And then you rinse and repeat. as you've gone through all 5 points, now you're plateauing. Why are you plateauing? Start going through each one of those points again and figure out why you're plateauing, fix it, and then do it all over again. And then it's never going to stop. It's going to keep going to where it's like the amount of money spent, it's paid for itself and then some. And it's like time is money. If I'm going to shave time off us figuring out how to do this technically in the most efficient way possible, I'd rather have someone who I know has already treaded through those waters. I trust. I'm following his contact. I know what success rate he has. Like, I want to get information from him. Like, that's what makes sense. Is like, I wanted to go to someone who's already done it. Like, instead of just trying to guess myself. And it was by far, I mean, when it came up to renewing it again, like, it was 100% going to be a yes for me. And then with what he taught us within that first year, obviously there's always negotiation. So we talked, we came to a meeting ground, and it's like, all right, renew it, let's go. And it's just like, I don't think that'll ever go away. If it's not with Ryan, it'll be us moving to the next step or the next rung in the ladder. It's all right, we want to get to this level. Now we're going to go to do this and try this and invest this in ourselves to where we can grow the business aspect, where if we are going to be treading into new water, I'd rather hire an expert or someone that I trust that I know I can sit down and have a conversation with to make sure I'm going in the right direction. Because I don't want to waste a year of my time. Yes, I don't want to waste money, but time is the biggest thing. I don't want to waste my time. Yeah. I got so much of that.
Hermosi had a comment too that really stuck with me that I think we've talked about quite a few times is it a reversible decision or irreversible decision? And where does it fall on that spectrum? The more reversible of a decision it is, the faster we're going to act. Yeah. The more irreversible it is, the more thoughtful we're going to be about it. But if it's something that we can reverse course on quickly, like pricing, like, hey, for the next 100 leads, this is the pricing we're going to try. And then we're going to look at the results. Yeah. And we can immediately change that. Yeah. Like that, where hiring someone is a little less, it's still reversible. You can still give someone the hook, but it's like there's a whole spectrum of those things. Buying a piece of commercial real estate, a lot less reversible, right? Mm-hmm. Like, so it's like, where does it fall on that spectrum? And then that dictates how fast we're going to move. Yeah. Like taking advice from other people that have done better than us is the big thing. Is like,
like me being here, getting advice from you guys.
I mean, we're learning from you too, man. I mean, like that's the other thing is like not even just getting advice from people who have done that are further than us, but also that are still like coming up right now. Starting something right now is totally different than starting something in the 80s or 90s. Yeah. And 100%. What are they like you're clearly having success because you're focusing on social media, which I feel like is probably a huge part of it. Like people don't know you exist, and you don't have 30, 40 years of clientele in a market. You need to make sure people know you exist. Yeah. Like that's step one.
And making it personal too. Yeah. They are having them get to know you before they've even stepped foot in your shop. That is, you can't put a price tag on it. So
I got to go. So we're going to have to wrap this up.
Well, how about this? All right. Well, let's go ahead. We'll go ahead and wrap it up right now. And then we'll definitely.
I feel like I didn't talk much.
Well, you're in town, man. We'll have to do it again for sure.
Definitely have to do this again, without a doubt.
That was awesome, man. So I loved it. I got a lot of knowledge from you guys just now.
Oh, well, sorry for ending it so abruptly.
I try to be as knowledgeable as I possibly can, but I still don't think I have much to offer. Yeah. What are your handles?
You can find me at Fresh Detail LV on Instagram and Facebook, or you can go on our website at www.freshdetaillv.com.
All right, guys. Go ahead and check them out.
Thank you.
Until next time, guys. Have a good one.
Thanks,
guys.